Hey, hello, my name is Oscar Cepeda, the Associate Planner here with the City of Porterville. We'll go ahead and start today's Project Review Committee for September 7th, 2022 at 1:36 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and start with roll call here from city staff. We're joined by Jeff O'Neill, the Interim City Planner. Again, myself, Oscar Cepeda, the Associate Planner. We're also joined by Javier Sanchez, the Engineering and Project Management Director. We're also joined by Robert Alvarez from Field Services, and also joined by Rocio Mejia, the interim assistant planner. I think that's all from city staff. I'm going to go ahead and open oral communications. This is the opportunity for members of the public to address the committee on any matter pertaining to project review.
Yes, I'm not sure if Raphael, okay, Raphael is on. Great.
Oh, that's the applicant? I'm sorry, I thought it was
I think,
one of our staff members.
no, it's okay. So Raphael might not be on. That's okay if we have to move forward. Yeah, this is revisiting this project. I know that we went through a few iterations of projects on this site, and the last one that seemed to move forward was half of it was
Correct.
single family residential and the other half was medium density. The owners just wanted to look at some investment options and seemed to weighing different options that the mobile home park was a pretty good option for them. So we checked with the county first, wouldn't work there. And then we said, well, they said check with City of Porterville. So I know it wasn't, your zoning ordinance doesn't allow currently for it, but we wanted to get it in the queue and just kind of chat on it and see if there's any option to,
Of course.
to move something like this forward in the City of Porterville.
With that, thank you, David. With that, I'm going to go ahead and open the item, which is one item on PRC today, which is PRC, a resubmittal of PRC number 2021-015, in which, yes, the applicant is proposing a mobile home park consisting of about 43 total units with an office community building. The subject site is a 4.98 acre property located on the north side of Poplar Avenue, adjacent to State Route 190. The subject site is split zone with RS2 low density residential and RM2 medium density residential. Let me go ahead and share my screen for just a quick second. That way we could show the proposed development. As far as comments from planning, again, the property is located at this time outside of the city limits, but it is within the city's urban development boundary. The subject site is pre-zoned RS2, very low density residential, and RM2, medium density residential. And it also has a general plan land use of very low density residential and medium density residential. I'm sorry, low density residential. The application has identified the project of a mobile home park, which the development would be requesting to utilize city municipal services. In order to move forward with that request, the property would have to go through an annexation process. As far as the development itself, the City of Porterville's development ordinance does require that mobile home parks are limited to sites with a minimum gross site area of 10 acres. Let me go ahead and share the property here. Again, one of the requirements would be that the subject site is minimum 10 acres, and it does require approval of a conditional use permit. Mobile home parks are only permitted also in multifamily zone properties, which include RM1, RM2, and RM3 zone districts. So as far as from planning standpoint, those are going to be the comments pertaining to today's proposed project.
And just to elaborate on what Oscar was saying a little bit, yes, the minimum procedural requirements would be to amend the general plan land use, to change the zoning of at least part of the site, the subdivision, the conditional use permit, and annexation, and along with the text amendment to the development code that would reduce the minimum acreage required for a mobile home project site. So that would be kind of the path forward, but that's, you know, as a heads up, that's not necessarily something that staff would be able to support right now. So food for thought. As you mentioned, David, and as we were discussing a little bit right before the meeting was opened, we did feel like we were kind of close with the previous rendition of the project. So that could also be some food for thought.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for that. We'll kind of weigh those out with the client and kind of see what options are available. I don't know if there's any recent policy coming down from the governor that you might be aware of on affordable housing type projects that streamline development. If there's anything like that it might fit into a site like this, then we'd be interested to kind of understand that a little bit more. We can look into it too. I'm not sure if you heard anything on that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt. Oscar, can you please let me in the meeting?
Oh, yes. Let me see, 1 second. That was Michael Knight with the Public Works Director joining us.
To your question, David, we can definitely look to see if there are something. I'm trying to think if there's something that would facilitate a project of this size. Most of the things are smaller in scope. I mean, there are certain things, you know, residential infill streamlining and that sort of thing, that are generally more for projects that are already consistent with what's going on, and it just requires that the city kind of smooth the passage of those things. Well, I'm not at all trying to dismiss that request at all outright. So we'll take a look and see if there's anything that would be of any helpful on a project site of this size, and that might smooth things along.
Okay. Yeah, just the site, the location seemed to be something where a mobile home park might fit into over there.
Sure.
So we kind of saw that as a, potential for something like this to, even though it's against current standards, how it might be a good fit. Got to figure out how to do it.
No, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about the video too. Zoom video always works for us. I don't know why it's not working for us now.
Thank you, Jeff and David. At this time, will there be any other comments from other departments? Just again, depending on conversations from the agent and the client, if they do want to proceed with this development, potential development, or maybe go back and review the previous designs that have been evaluated in the last year. What we'll do is we'll compile, just our standard comments in regards to what was presented today. Any additional comments from fire would be added to our letter that will be sent out in about 2 weeks from today's date. Unless there's any other questions or from the applicants or any other comments that staff would like to provide for the applicant at this time?
I was just going to comment, Oscar, coming in late. So just so I understand, there'll be items to come back, right? So I don't want to provide a bunch of comments if this is going to come back and potentially change. So there'll be an item coming back to review it again.
Yes, we'll most likely join again to discuss this property, depending on the applicant's conversation with the agent on what they would like to proceed with. And then, of course, we'll bring it back minimum for pre-PRC. And then if we would like to meet again with the applicant agent, we can schedule something here in the near future.
Okay.
Thanks. And this is David again. I did catch that the city was supportive of the previous plan that had half single family and half medium density.
Yeah, I think we collectively, from the various departments even, thought we were really close on that one.
Yeah, okay.
And that we recognize that the zoning and the general plan don't match up. I believe they're off by 90 degrees, but that was kind of more of a, let's just make a determination that the whole thing is developing as a unit. And so we don't need to shift zoning lines to match up with general plan lines and that sort of stuff. The whole thing happens as even if it's two densities, that it's at least a cohesive development. And so we wouldn't require a change of to the zoning map for that.
If you like, David, we could stick around after this meeting ends for a few minutes, and then we could kind of bring up the last site plan that I believe we evaluated, just to kind of go over any comments you might have.
Okay. I don't know if we need to do that, but I appreciate that. And
Okay.
but we'll definitely check in with the owners and discuss what we've heard today. Get back to you.
All right, sounds good, David. So we're gonna go ahead, and unless there's any other comments, we're gonna go ahead and end today's meeting at 1:49 p.m. And again, David will keep in contact and see how you guys want to proceed.
Sounds good. Thanks,
Thank you, sir.
everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you.